leadership, athletic ability, sportsmanship, teamwork, and a desire to win. These are the values that Johnny Unitas embodied and by which the Golden Arm Award was formed. Each year, we present this prestigious award to one of the best college quarterbacks in the nation. There were many who were worthy of this consideration, but there was only one who stood above the rest. Congratulations to our 2021 Golden Arm Award winner. Throughout this year, you have demonstrated the values for which this award stands, both on and off the field. Attributes that my dad, Johnny Unitas, would have admired greatly. We look forward to honoring you and your achievements this December in Baltimore. We know this is only the beginning of your journey, and we are very proud to call you the winner of this year's Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award. Congratulations. We are here today at the University of Louisville to present a scholarship to Easton Messer. It represents a lot of hard work on his part. He wants to move on to college to play football, but more importantly, get his education, and we're happy to help.
We have a long history of investing in both our industry and in folks that want to go to college, trying to find the next generation of innovators.
He's the perfect recipient just because of his blue-collar work ethic and what he does on and off the field, but Easton's definitely deserving of this reward.
Character, leadership, athletic ability, sportsmanship, teamwork, and a desire to win. These are the values that Johnny Unitas embodied and by which the Golden Arm Award was formed. Each year, we present this prestigious award to one of the best college quarterbacks in the nation. There were many who were worthy of this consideration, but there was only one who stood above the rest. Congratulations to our 2021 Golden Arm Award winner. Throughout this year, you have demonstrated the values for which this award stands, both on and off the field. Attributes that my dad, Johnny Unitas, would have admired greatly. We look forward to honoring you and your achievements this December in Baltimore. We know this is only the beginning of your journey, and we are very proud to call you the winner of this year's Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award. Congratulations.
Garceau, and I would like to let everybody know that this is the first year that we are streaming this event live. So if you want to tell anybody, text them. We are available live, and we're very modern now. We're live streaming, so we've added another chapter. But I'd like to welcome everybody to the 2021 Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award. Live and in person, that is pretty good, right? Because last year, Alabama quarterback Mac Jones was honored by way of Zoom. The award wasn't any less significant, but it sure is nice to be here together in the same room, face-to-face, to celebrate this event at the Four Seasons. Now, this award celebrates what John meant to football in our community, and we honor a young man who's following in his footsteps tonight. Right now, Father Justin Goff of the Cathedral of Mary Our Queen will join us for the invocation. Father?
Let's bow our heads and pray. Good and gracious God, we gather in your presence tonight, grateful from the depths of our hearts for all that you've given us. We thank you for the great game of football, which we love, and which is a light in the darkness for so many. We thank you for the skills and the gifts that you've given us and the way that you allow us to give you glory by our bodies. We ask your blessing upon Kenny and his family, upon his teammates and his coaches, upon all those who love him and root for him. Keep them safe and keep us all safe, Lord, and healthy. And may everything we do bless you. And may we strive to attain that crown that does not wither, but which lasts for eternal life. We ask all this in your name. Amen.
Yeah, we would ask everybody out to come back in and join the ceremony at this time. You know, it's always a special night as we honor the legacy of John. The man basically reinvented the quarterback position. I sat down for about 30 minutes because I was hooked on the HBO special again. As many times as I've seen the story, it never grows old. Family members, teammates, friends, and fans in this room know how special John was and what he stood for. And tonight we honor a young man who will receive this award named after John. Right now, I'd like to call on the president of the Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Education Foundation and the son of the Golden Arm. Please welcome John Unitas Jr. John?
Well, thank you very, very much for coming this evening. And Scott, thank you for serving as the MC again after all these years. And it's we wouldn't have an event without Scott, so thanks again. Thanks to all of you for coming to celebrate both my father's legacy and the man voted as the top quarterback in college football for 2021, the University of Pittsburgh's Kenny Pickett. This marks the 35th year. Like last year, we have never had a winner from the University of Pittsburgh, so we're very honored because it's my hometown. I was born there. I know you all don't like Pittsburgh, but anyway, you'll have to deal with that this evening. Needless to say, this is a very special to the foundation and our award, and I welcome Kenny and Mom, Casey, Father Ken, and I'm sure to be your better half one day, your girlfriend Amy. Also, Coach Pat Narduzzi, and one of the hardest working SIDs, E.J. Borgatti. Thank you very much for all your help. And I want to welcome Heather Like, the athletic director for the University of Pittsburgh here this evening. She is one of 4 female athletic directors in the country. So thank you. Congratulations. Kenny Pickett is the first Panther to win the Golden Arm as a Golden Arm recipient and a Heisman finalist. The 6'3", 220-pound hails from Oakhurst, New Jersey. Kenny, through 13 games, has completed 67% of his passes for 4,319 yards, 47 TDs, including his 5 rushing scores. That's important to me, Kenny, because my father really never rushed a lot. So. He was also the ACC Player of the Year, just of winning many honors, with more to come, and I'll let Scott add to these accomplishments later on. There's more to Kenny Pickett and his football exploits, is what he does off the field, and we commend him for his efforts and for those who he helps that are less fortunate than he is. This is something my father felt very passionate about, so keep up the good work, Kenny. Thank you. In winning the Golden Arm, Kenny joins a company of many great quarterbacks. Names we're all familiar with: Joe Burrow, Peyton, Eli Manning, Matt Ryan, Andrew Luck, Marcus Mariota, Mason Rudolph, and last year's winner, Mac Jones, who we all know is lighting it up as a rookie quarterback for the New England Patriots, another team Baltimore doesn't like. We're very proud to say we have 9 former winners still competing in the NFL today, soon to add number 10. Right, Kenny? Okay. Candidates for the Golden Arm Award are judged not only for their athletic achievements, but also for their character, their sportsmanship, their integrity, their scholarship, scholastic achievements, teamwork, leadership, and Kenny truly leads by example, and he's a true leader. Kenny Cleary epitomizes all that my father envisioned when he established the Golden Arm in 1987. Kenny is not just a great quarterback, he's a great individual. Mom. He's a pleasure spending, and I had the pleasure of spending time with him, his dad, and his mom today at the Babe Ruth Museum and the statue, and it was just a good day. Great weather too, by the way, so it was nice. In every way, Kenny measures up to the standards for which my father stood. Kenny is the worthiest recipient of this award, and I know my father would be very proud to see him here tonight. Beyond recognizing outstanding college quarterbacks, my father established the Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Educational Foundation, a foundation established to give back to the community. The Golden Arm Foundation promotes football on all levels by providing scholarships to graduating high school scholar athletes who want to continue their football career, but more importantly, continue their education. To date, with the help of our sponsors, the foundation has awarded over $750,000 to scholarships to deserving young athletes in both Maryland and Kentucky. And you ask why Kentucky? My father went to college there. To our sponsors, I want to thank you for your support. And it is your commitment in sponsoring this event that helps make my dad's dream a reality and making a difference to scholar athletes whom we award scholarships to each year. I would like to thank our sponsors who make financial commitments in order to make both the evening and the scholarship awards possible. To our presenting sponsor, A.O. Smith Corporation, and their Director of Marketing, Mr. Jeff Story. His daughter Molly is here with us tonight, and also with him is Lee Holmes and her husband Carter. And for those who don't know A.O. Smith, we'll know a little bit about him in a few minutes when we run some video. MedStar Sports Medicine, Brad Chambers, Ken Samet, Deborah Schindler, and the rest of the many doctors that help our Ravens and the many other athletes throughout the universities and colleges in the state of Maryland. Dunbar Security Systems, Kevin Dunbar, Jeff Berg, and Andrew Maggio, thank you. Harvey and Associates, Kathy Harvey. HMS Insurance, Gary Berger, Steve Muchler, Dave Cadigan, Scott Reber. I believe Steve Muchler is here tonight, by the way, son of Jimmy Muchler, who was a tight end for the Baltimore Colts in 1958 championship game. Haddock Investments, Gerald Haddock, who was unable to be here with us tonight, but Gerald, thank you for your support. And also Tektronic Industries of North America, owners of brands like Milwaukee Tool, Dirt Devil. I want to thank Sean Daughtery and his wife Monica for being here tonight. I also met his son. Again, he's here tonight, so thank you, Sean, for coming. Sean's in law school, by the way, and I gave him a recommendation to become a patent or corporate lawyer. No criminal lawyers, okay? Anyway, and the setting here tonight for the Four Seasons in Baltimore, the Harbor Hotel. Thank you, Sarah Ainsworth, Marissa Burr, Emily Mitnick, and the rest of your staff. Really appreciate all you do for us, and the food is great, the drinks are great, and we again thank you so much. I'd also like to recognize the many organizations that provide in-kind support for our organization as well. The Babe Ruth Museum and the Sports Legends Museum, Mike Gibbons, Sean Hearn, Katie Dick, and Ed Mearholz are here. We thank you very much for the tour today. I hope you had a good time there, Kenny. It was fun for us as well. I learn something more every time I go, so anyway. Co-Force, Johnny Baker, John McLean, Michael Wooden, and the rest of your team, thank you very, very much. Comcast, Matthew Brown. And by the way, this event will be produced and shown on Comcast 6 months post-event on the Get Local station, so you can see it in all its entirety produced. 8AE2 Creative, Andrew Prasad and his wife Allison are here tonight. Thank you so much for coming. Trey, Brian Burlace, Caitlin Dash, and Courtney Wagle, who provide the collateral material for our organization. Encore, Derek Kirk, Brian Lupo, and the video team who has produced all this evening as well. Wilson Sporting Goods, Wolf Professional Security, Brian Wolf and your team, thank you so much. Z-Best Executive Global Transportation supplied all the transportation to the families of Pittsburgh, University of Pittsburgh, and the Pickett family as well today. So I thank you very much as well. And last but not least, I want to thank my family, my wife Christine, Jillian, and my son-in-law Anders Krohn, and a new addition to our family, our grandson Luca, who couldn't be here this evening. To my son JC and his wife Georgina, goes by Georgie, for all of you, and for all of your help, patience, and support, but most of all for all of your love. Thank you so much. Thanks again for coming out this evening, everyone, to help celebrate the accomplishments of this fine young man, Kenny Pickett. We're very proud of him, and we know he's going to do some great things on his next stage in life. Thank you so much.
Do have a couple of special guests we'd like to recognize that are here. We have a member close to the Unitas family. She is the wife of Baltimore Colts Hall of Fame tight end John Mackey. She is also a tremendous advocate for former players and their families. She's done some terrific things in that area. The Sylvia Mackey Woman of the Year Award is presented by the Gridiron Greats Assistant Fund. Sylvia Mackey's. We also have one of John's teammates. I think his first year with the Baltimore Colts was John's last year with the Baltimore Colts. So they had a year together. But a friend, and this linebacker had 34 career interceptions, also a broadcaster in our area, Stan White. Heather Like is with us. John mentioned her. Glad to have Heather with us, the athletic director from Pitt. And with us in spirit tonight, I want to mention this longtime John Unitas teammate and Pro Bowl running back, Tom Maddie. We lost Tom last month, but he was always part of this night. Always enjoyed it. A teammate, a close friend of the Unitas family. We're thinking about Tom Maddie here tonight. Right now. Right now, I'd like to introduce our guest speaker tonight, and he offers a rather unique perspective because he's been here and done this. He's part of the Golden Arm fraternity. In fact, the former Syracuse star became the first Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award winner when he led the nation in passer rating in 1987. That same year, he won the Maxwell Award, the Davy O'Brien Award, and he finished second in the Heisman Trophy voting. His number 9 has been retired by Syracuse, and he's a member of the College Football Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we honor the 35th Golden Arm Award winner, and here to help us do that, we welcome back the very first winner of this award, Don Mcpherson. Don?
Good evening. So I'm going to do a couple things. I'm going to try to bring some connective tissue to the fact that if you look up on the screen and they get to my photograph, every single award winner's photograph is in color. Except mine. And you know, I could gripe about that, but I kind of like it. Because that means that Johnny and I are the only two in black and white. But I want to make a point about that. It's funny, obviously, and 33 years after Johnny Unitas left Louisville, I left Syracuse and won this award. It's been 34 years since then. So I sit right in the middle between Johnny Unitas and Kenny Pickett. And I remember the night that we were in Louisville, the night that I won the award, and I went to the award with the name Johnny Unitas. And again, being that age in 1987, I remember my father was at that game in Yankee Stadium, and my father remembered Johnny Unitas. So to have a chance to meet him and to sit with him, you talked about meeting Marino and talking to Danny Marino. It's the same thing to meet that guy who's a legend in your game. And again, this was pre-ESPN and cable television and 24-hour news and social media. So Johnny Unitas, to be that kind of player, you had to be a legend every single day. You couldn't be a legend just because you had a great game in prime time. You had to be it in every single part of your life. So when I had a chance to meet him, I was so excited to sit next to him at the dinner, and we're watching my highlights on the screen, and I can see him. You know, he had the buzz cut. I just remembered him as the buzz cut and the high tops and the the old staunchy white guy with the strong jaws that you see right there. And he's sitting next. And he's sitting there next to me, and we're watching the film, and he's watching my highlights. And I can see him. He goes, well, you ran the ball a lot. And I felt like I disappointed him a little bit. And I can imagine him looking at the game today. Because at that time, I was doing freeze option, coming down the line, backing off, throwing the ball, and sprinting out. And it was all by design, but in his mind, it was like crazy. But the one thing that I knew when we started talking that makes a great quarterback is character and preparation. And that is the hallmark of leadership. Because if your teammates believe in you because they watch you prepare, if your teammates believe in you because they know when the chip's down, you're going to make the right decisions, and your teammates believe in you because the kind of person you are, when you step off the field, they'll follow you. And that's how you win a championship. And we have a young man here today who embodies that. And I know that when I talk about from 1954 to 1987 to 2021, that so many things about the game has changed, but that doesn't. And I want to get just a little bit sort of off topic, but I want to bring it right back because I would be remiss if I didn't share with you what I do for a living and why it's relevant to this moment. And I talk to young men about making good decisions around a variety of social issues. It's what I do. I travel the country. I work on different college campuses. I work with different organizations, doing work around, really it's couched in the prevention of violence against women, of men's violence against women, but it really is about how do we teach men to make better decisions, to be better men. And a lot of people want to talk about, this term that drives me crazy, and it's a term called toxic masculinity. And it drives me nuts when I hear you are not going to make people better by disparaging their identity. Toxic. Before we talked about toxic in terms of relationships and people, it was waste. Toxic waste you don't even put with garbage. You separate it from garbage. And so we hear this term, and we're in this culture, and I'm saying this for a couple of reasons. I'm sharing this for a couple of reasons. One, and I can't, Jeff, we were just talking a moment ago about our culture and all the things that and we believe that sports is the platform, sports is the place. That's how the work I've been doing my entire life, that sports can make a difference in our society. Sports can make a difference in our lives. We have to be deliberate about that. It doesn't just happen because you put on a uniform. You have to teach it. They don't get better just because you put the uniform on. You drill them so they make the good decisions in the heat of the moment. And that means preparation. Preparation. Johnny Unitas. Character. Doing the right thing. And we live in this culture now where we're a bit cynical, and now we talk about NIL with sports, and college football is out of control, and all kinds of things that are happening, and where it's going, and no one knows. The game still matters. The game still matters because we have young men like Kenny Pickett. And I can tell you that when I talk about preparing to make good decisions, it means you do the little things right. And I don't refer to toxic masculinity. When I talk to young men, I talk about aspirational masculinity. What do I want for you? Not what do I want you to get rid of, not what do I want you to remove like the garbage. What do I want for you? I don't just want you to be tough and strong and be a winner. I want you to be loving and caring and passive and submissive and empathetic and vulnerable. And I can tell you from spending the day today with the Picketts and Casey and Ken that You've raised that kind of young man. And I saw it. And for all the cynics who talk about our game and where it's going, for all the cynics who talk about sports and where it's going, for all the cynics who talk about our society and where it's going, you all give me hope. And you gave us Kenny Pickett. And that's the guy that Johnny Unitas would recognize. He might not recognize the game, but he would recognize that young man. So it's an honor for me to be here so many years later, to be a part of this evening, to be a part of your evening. I'm a fan. I said this earlier in the interview, and they said, what did you know about Kenny Pickett? And I said, I tell you, one thing I did watch, and I did notice in watching an early game, because I watch a lot of football, a lot of college football. I'm that lunatic who's watching at 3 o'clock in the morning that Hawaii playing Pacific. And I remember at the end of the day, and it was a mid-September game, I remember thinking to myself, that was the best prepared quarterback I saw play football all day. And that was that preparation and that character that just came through. So be proud, Golden Arm Award. You picked the right guy for this award, and it's an honor for me to be a part of your evening. God bless you all, and God bless you all. Have a great night. Thank you.
Well, tonight's a special night for Kenny and his family, and also his Pitt family. His head coach leads the Pitt football program family. This year's 11-win season was the team's first since the Dan Marino era. That's going back a couple years, right? Panthers won their first ACC championship, and their number 12 ranking in the final college football playoff ratings is the best in program history. When they meet, oh, go ahead, you can give that a hand. Now, when they meet Michigan State in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl on December 30th, it'll be Pitt's first New Year's Six bowl game since 2004. So they're doing a lot of things that haven't been done in a long time. He became the head coach in 2015, and during that time, he's one of 2 coaches in the nation to beat Clemson twice. The other's a guy named Nick Saban. He's a finalist for the National Coach of the Year honors this year. Please welcome Pitt head coach Pat Narduzzi. Pat?
Good evening. It's a true honor to be here tonight, with Kenny and his family. And, you never dream of really being here with one of your quarterbacks and really being in New York City tomorrow evening, which is well-deserved by him. It's been a fun ride. I think, everybody's got a story, okay? And again, it really starts with Ken and Casey. I can't thank you two enough. Really starts there at home. We recruited a gem. We were fortunate at Pitt to have Kenny Pickett with us for the last 5 years. Everybody kind of knows all the accolades he's had on the field, but they don't know really where he came from Ocean Township, New Jersey, and all he's done. And I think the first little story I'll share with you, and I'm not going to speak all night, is his recruiting process. He was committed to us. Came in mid-year, came in about January. And, and when you talk about the Johnny Unitas Award, and I hear John talk about character, and that's what you read about when you talk about this award. You could not have picked a better young man than Kenny Pickett, okay? Because his story starts with trust and loyalty. And what other things do we need in this world is trust and loyalty. So he's committed to us. Our quarterback coach is gone. Our offense coordinator is gone. He's coming to Pitt. We've got no offense coordinator. We've got no quarterback coach, okay? You talk about, you have trust. Now, in today's world, okay, and maybe really back in 2017 when he was a high school senior, that class of 2017, guys are jumping ship, okay? But again, I thank, Ken and Casey. You talk about trust and loyalty, and I think we lack that in this country nowadays. He had it. He had integrity. And he stuck with it, and there was a trust between him and me. And I said, "Listen, we're going to find a guy, and you're going to be part of the process to find that guy." So to me, that's the first I think about is in this game. It's about trust. We've trusted Kenny with every snap. I mean, you think about when he sits back there in that shotgun or goes under center, the ball is touching Kenny Pickett's his hands every single down. That's a guy you trust. So there's been a trust. There's been a loyalty. For these 5 seasons, and it'll be for the next 500 seasons, okay? for the next 55 years, I mean, Kenny Pickett will be a Pitt man and be known, in my opinion, for, not what he did on the field, it's what he did off the field. And, besides all the stats and the touchdown passes, you talk about the work ethic he has. There's nobody that works harder at his craft than Kenny Pickett. And the leadership, he's one of the best leaders I've ever been around. And, we sit in our leadership council meetings, we sit in captains meetings. This guy is an incredible, incredible leader. I don't know if I've ever been around one. I was with Ben Roethlisberger 2003. It's not even close. I was with Kirk Cousins back at Michigan State. Not close. This guy's the best leader. He's he's incredible for your award. I think, your dad would be so proud of who this person is now and who he's going to be in the future. So, again, I'm not going to keep you here all night. He's an outstanding young man. He's the Johnny Unitas Golden Arm recipient, and we couldn't be happier at the University of Pittsburgh. And to all the Baltimore Raven fans out there, I don't know if they're going to draft him or not, okay? But you're probably going to be disappointed no matter where he goes. But if you got a draft pick, you'd be, first-round draft choice, you'd be really smart to get this young man. So thank you very much. Good night.
It's a pretty good team, that coach and that quarterback, right? Character, citizenship, leadership, and academics, they're all important considerations for this honor, and it doesn't hurt to have a golden arm. This is a football award, but also about those qualities in a person that John Unitas valued, like toughness. Ask any of John's teammates about his greatness, and they often first talk about his toughness. And that HBO story, the Chicago Bears game, Doug Atkins, I think, stepped on John's face. His nose was over by his ear. And I think it was one of the offensive linemen grabbed a handful of mud and packed it into John's nose. And the trainer came out, I think it was Eddie Block at the time, and John said, "Get out of here before I kill you," because he wasn't leaving the game. This is a football award, but also about those qualities in a person that John Unitas valued, like toughness. Two-time captain, right? You don't get to be a two-time captain unless the guys on your team respect you and the coaching staff respects you. His numbers, they're record-shattering. Through 13 games this year, he's completed 67% of his passes, over 4,300 yards. That's fifth in the nation. 42 touchdown passes, third in the nation. Only 7 interceptions. 42 TDs, a Pitt and ACC record. He's also rushed for 5 touchdowns. Got a little more speed than Dad, maybe, John, right? and one of those touchdowns, by the way, one of the most talked about plays in college football this season. In his career, Kenny has 16 300-yard passing games and 5 more 400-yard games. And in a 3-game span this year, he threw 15 touchdown passes. Here's what others are saying about Kenny. Quarterback mentor and Duke head coach David Cutcliffe, who's worked with some pretty good quarterbacks like Peyton and Eli Manning, says he puts it right where he wants it to be. He throws about as good a ball, as catchable a ball as I've ever seen. Former Heisman winner, now Fox Sports analyst Max Leinart, said Pickett throws the best deep ball in college football. And ACC Network's Eric McLean says no one is playing as well as Kenny Pickett. He's a pro playing college football. Kenny has been named the ACC's Player of the Year. He was a finalist for the Davey O'Brien Award, the Maxwell Award, the Manning Award, and Walter Camp Player of the Year. And tomorrow he'll be in New York, one of the 4 finalists for the Heisman Trophy. And you can check the, the student-athlete box, too. Kenny earned his bachelor's degree in marketing, then enrolled in Pitt's Graduate School of Business. And he's a senior class award finalist. That honor is based on community, classroom, character, and competition. Very impressive. We also have video evidence that Kenny can do special things with a football in his hand. Please turn to the video screen and let's check out the golden arm of number 8.
Pickett shotgun. from the 23. Fake, he's going to keep it. He's going to go right up the middle, finding Green. Dives. Hands it off. Nope, he's going to fake it. Dump it in the flat. There is Lucas Crow for the... It stays in the gun. Play action fake. Screen left. Here goes Jordan Addison just running. 2nd and 5. Pickett now throws the ball. And it's a nice little back to the match.
Pickett was looking that way. Now he's in trouble. Flushed out of the pocket. And Pickett throws back across the middle. And it's a touchdown. Size mismatch. Pickett was looking that way. Now he's in trouble. Flushed out of the pocket. And Pickett throws back across the middle. And it's a touchdown. Play action here for Pickett. And he has a completion. And first down for Jared Wayne as he bounces off of a teammate.
It's a nice little back to the match.
Pickett was looking that way. Now he's in trouble. Flushed out of the pocket. And Pickett throws back across the middle. And it's a touchdown.
There were a couple others that we didn't have time for them all, but those are some of the highlights. At this time, I'd like to have John and Coach Narduzzi present the 2021 Golden Arm Award to Pitt quarterback Kenny Pickett. Gentlemen.
Kenny, congratulations on behalf of the foundation. Thank you. You're well deserving.
Thank you. That's the question. All right. I'm a little different. I have my phone. I know everybody else had paper, so I guess that's something else. Something else has changed. First, I would like to thank Mr. Unitas Jr. And the Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Foundation. I know I really want to continue to represent all the qualities that this award embodies. I'm very proud to stand up here and say I did it during college. So that's definitely something I want to continue at the next level. Just having to experience this day with my family and looking back on my career and where I started. Going to the Mr. Unitas' statue in front of the Ravens Stadium, being able to take pictures and kind of soak that moment up, and then tour the Babe Ruth Museum, see all the history of the city and the sports town that it is. Maybe second to Pittsburgh, but it was definitely a special day. Next I'd like to thank my parents, my mom, my dad, all my family members, my girlfriend Amy here. A lot goes on behind the scenes. Everyone only sees the 13 games of the season or 12 games of the season, whatever you may have. But there's a lot of time spent off the field of, building those qualities that this award embodies. And I think all those qualities off the field has helped me more on the field than all the physical traits and all the workouts, the training. All those characteristics has helped me become the best person, the best leader that I possibly can be. And that all started with my family, so thank you. Next I'll go with my teammates that, hopefully some are watching. If you are, thank you. I'm sure, it's a Friday night. I'm sure they're out doing something. Just having bonds that'll last a lifetime. My roommate was from Australia. When I got here, I was 18, 19. He was, 21, 22. So, my mom thought I was moving in with like a 26-year-old man. He had a full beard. I looked like Justin Bieber, so it was a little different times in our lives. But he's one of my best friends now, and it's just crazy to look back over the 5 years, all the things that we were able to accomplish. ACC champions, being number one, And that was something, older guys, Brian O'Neill, who's with the Vikings. I came in the year after James Conner, and, they had an incredibly talented team. And looking back on when I first got here, all we did was break down on ACC champions. Me and Coach talked about that all the time. So to finally, stand up here and say that we accomplished that together, that means the world. All the other accolades and things, that's number one for me, and it's special to do it with a great group of guys. Next, Coach Dews. He had some great stories. We have a lot of stories together, but just putting the trust in me, like he talked about, and being my main recruiter out of high school was the reason why I chose Pitt. I put the trust in him. He would find the right coach. He actually allowed me to sit in on some interviews. That was, just another experience on top of all the other things that he's given me in my time at Pitt. And really standing by me through the ups and downs. It's not, every year is not a Johnny Unitas Golden Arm type of year. I've had, ups and downs and different adversities that have really molded me into all the qualities that this trophy embodies and this award embodies. So, and I can't thank Coach Dews enough for sticking by me through those tough times. It really helped me get to this point in my career, in my life. So thank you, Coach. He's not here right now, but Coach Whipple came in after my second season here. So I had 3 years with Coach Whip, and I can, confidently say he really turned my career around. And, I was always working to get better and always, trying to succeed. But I think he just brought that little extra out of me with what he brought from his experience and the kind of confidence he gave me. Just always, we had just talks about being one of the best in the country, and, we both believed it, wholeheartedly, and I think a lot of people would have laughed earlier in my career when I said that. We both fully believed it, and we worked so hard every day, and we put countless hours in, and, like Coach Dews, he's like family to me, so thank you to Coach Whip. Heather, thank you for traveling here, Miss United said that, ADs in the past have not, traveled for this award, so thank you so much. For that. And everyone here, thank you. I hope I got a chance to meet everybody, taking pictures and introduce myself and try and meet everybody in a short period of time. But thank you for coming out here. I really appreciate it. I think everyone asked, what does it mean to be up for all these awards? And I try to sit there and think about it, but it's just surreal to me. I can't put it into words, just besides the fact that I'm extremely grateful. So thank you.
Gonna make him hold that big thing. He's got good hands. Wow, how about the front row here, right? And we all, those of us parents, grandparents, how special for you guys to share this with him and be such a big part of it. Congratulations. Kenny, with the Golden Arm Award, John mentioned it early. You're in some very good company, and right back to this man, the very first guy who you see what Don has done with his life, making a difference. And it's a special group of football players, but it's not just a football award, as you know. It means other things, and that's what makes it so special. And it's quite a process. John and his guys start working on this thing, and the original list has nearly 50 quarterbacks on it, nation's best. That list reduced down to 10, and then it's down to 5 finalists. And the other finalists this year were Matt Corral of Ole Miss, Sam Hartman from Wake, Devin Leary from NC State, and Desmond Ritter from Cincinnati, all top-notch quarterbacks who've done some really impressive things. So to be here out of that group says so much about you. The selection committee got it right. Kenny, congratulations to you and your family and your Pitt family that's here to support you. We know you'll represent all that's good about this Golden Arm Award. Enjoy your Heisman time in New York tomorrow. Then, of course, you and Coach, last dance, the Chick-fil-A. Go get that one. Michigan State. Coach got a little history there, right? You got a lot going on. But and then your future, professional future in the National Football League. And if you have to beat the Ravens, so be it. You got a job to do, right? Thanks to Coach for joining us. It's great to have you here and share in this night. And Don, it's good having you back in the Golden Arm family. This was terrific. Finally, special thanks to all of you for supporting the Golden Arm Foundation and all the work that John does. Good night and happy holidays, everybody.